Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a remake of a Let's Play I did many years ago. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. If you can tell by the sound chip, it's actually the Game Boy Advance version instead of the Super Nintendo version. And the Game Boy Advance version does some good things, and then they don't. One of the good things they did, they actually fixed some of the translations in the game. So for the most part, at least you're not left with that cliffhanger when you get through that underground area and you meet your uncle to get your sword back. But at the exact same time, we are left with a few unfortunate problems. See, here's the thing. When it came down to Link to the Past for the GBA, the difficulty is exceedingly less than the original. Well, that is until you get to the Palace of the Four Swords. That's when the difficulty gets ramped up ridiculously. But the difficulty is absolutely non-existent in the Four Swords version. You will see soon enough. But there's something else that needs to be stated. Aside from fixed translation and terrible sound volume, this game is glitched to hell and back. No, I am dead serious. It is glitched to hell and back, and goddamn, you can completely and totally take advantage of all the glitches that are in this game. But if there's anything about this game that is well known, you will see it as soon as Link gets his sword. You see, this game released right around the time where Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time ended up being, well, released on the GameCube as part of a double pack with Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. No, I'm dead serious. And since the Game Boy Advance was at the time the handheld of the time, there were a lot of games remastered for the handheld. Like, for instance, Super Mario Brothers remastered for the Game Boy Advance. Not just 1, but 2 and 3. Lost Levels was... I don't think Lost Levels was remastered. I don't remember if they were, but I do know that we also are going to be under Game Boy Advance controls. And I'm doing this on an emulator, by the way, in case you're wondering. And I really... how should I put this? I really can't actually stress enough that the Visual Boy is as big as it's gonna get, because I've tried to stretch it, but I would prefer it like this, just so it be basically like the Game Boy Advance, but at least in HD. So at least I give you that much. Still, the sound quality is kinda meh at best. Not as good as the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. I still love that game. I love that game, but the surprise mechanics, just like this guard right here, can go fuck itself. Anyway, this game, back then, I had a mic that was failing. Back then, I had the capture card with my Super Nintendo. Yes, that Super Nintendo, by the way, still works after all these years. But the ironic part about it all is I also had a time limit, because back then YouTube had upped the time limit to like 30 minutes. But I'm going to sparse the parts out because it really doesn't need that to be that long for me to like lump things at once. But yeah, as you can clearly see and hear, Link has a voice, and that is of Kid Link. this is the first game that does this. The second being Minish Cap. The third also being Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, and the fourth being Spirit Tracks. Oh, Kid Link's voice ended up being popular. Same voice actor for all the Legend of Zelda's past, well, before Ocarina, after Ocarina of Time, and before, I do believe, the aforementioned games. And this time around, I'm not going to be lingering till death. But the fact that I'm going back to this mean one thing. It's basically to up-to-date a Let's Play that is long since have a good number of viewers, but at the exact same time, at least, oh god, I forgot that the R button for this is the grab as opposed to the A. I'm so used to grabbing things with the A. It's something, it's a habit that I have to stop because of the fact that, yeah, the shoulder pads are the X and Y button now, because it's based off of Game Boy Advance. So, I'll try my best not to, you know, stammer around like I did in the past, but I will, at least for the most part, be a little bit more accurate. And yes, I know there's a Chris Houlihan room in Turtle Rock. I just did not have... Actually, no, I didn't really need to get the rupees there because I actually got the rupees off screen. That's why I didn't show it. But yeah, I'm going to show the Chris Houlihan room in Turtle Rock. Okay, we got that. So now, you know, we could just simply not climb down here and just went the other opposite direction. We could have done that, but I didn't think of... Oh wait, no, we couldn't. Because that slope right there was where that bridge to the shortcut was. Okay. It's been a while since I played this game. And I'm going to need all the rupees I can get, most definitely. Because when I go to Kakariko Village, I am going to buy me a bottle. And that's probably going to be in the next part where I go to Kakariko Village. Nonetheless, we just need to kill off the guards, and more importantly, get into the palace itself. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is the shortcut I was referring to. The shortcut leads almost all the way to the area that I was in, but you have to jump off the slope because it doesn't necessarily go to the stairs. So now, we've got to beat this guy up and kill him. Good. Let's go and get the other guard here. And he is going to be housing the boomerang. By the way, I already got the lantern. And in case you're wondering, there's 3 chances for you to get the lantern. And you can't really proceed without it. The first chance is at your house. Second is in the well where I found that rupee. And third is going to be in Princess Zelda's jail. So, if you haven't gotten the lantern, you're not going to be able to leave without it anyway. And yeah, that's still a thing in this version of the game as well. I should have played this as a randomizer, but I probably won't need to. Oh, that guard wasn't there in the last version. It was simply the Dark Nut that was there. The Dark Nut was the only thing that was in this version of the game. Right here. And yes, that is a Dark Nut. So, oh, no. I don't want to be hit with that mace. Done. There's the big key. And not to mention, Dark Nuts will be making their appearance in this castle and in this castle only. No other part of the game where you will see Dark Nuts. So, on that note, at least they kept this quote where Zelda says a worse fate has befallen her father. Yeah, the king is dead. Plain and simple. He got evaporated. He got nuked. There is no dinner for anyone. None at all. And his skeleton was removed. Well, as soon as we get to the throne room, that is. And ironically, the guards actually do respawn in this game as opposed to the SNES version where they respawn less frequently. Well, they respawn in certain areas if you stay in a certain area for a long period of time, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is, we're not going to be trying to fight to the death to get out of there like I did the last time. That was a stupid thing of me. That was an Let's Play mistake. Oh, I was also trying to grind for rupees anyway. And also hearts, because the jars back then didn't have any hearts. Well, they did now, so we just need to get through this air. Oh, damn. Come on. Oh, he just walked right past me. Okay. Nice to know the AI is stupid in this game. And that's the gist of what's wrong with this game. The AI is absolutely freaking stupid. So, now we need to go to the secret passage to get through to the sanctuary. So, let's just do that right now. And look, the king has disappeared. That's still a thing. So let's go on ahead and push this. Well, we're going to need this lantern anyway. Let's push this ornament out of the way. And wait a minute. There was supposed to be a jingle when you did that. Oh, right. And we can't go back that way anymore. The only way we can actually get back to this area is through the reverse way, through getting the Pegasus shoes, which is something we'll be getting in part 3 when we finish the Eastern Palace. So, on that note, these things have an official name. They're ropes. Not snakes, ropes. I don't know why are they called ropes. They don't look like ropes. Those are goddamn snakes. But look on the bright side, at least I'm not lingering on death this time. Because I actually died twice in this area. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I died at least once in this area and have to start the whole entirety of the thing over again from the throne room. If I am not mistaken. And after that, I never died again. But whatever the case, I'm going to grab this key. Well, actually, no. I did die one more time, and that was the Eastern Palace. But after that, I never completely died again because I had fairies. Fairies in jars. They save your life. I don't have fairies right now, but that will change soon enough. Well, not in this part anyway. So let's find the nearest lantern, or throw a pot at the mice that are on the floor. Doesn't matter. And well, that works. And by the way, this will illuminate the next room until that lantern goes out, and you light the room here. And unfortunately, the lantern, I gotta say, the lantern actually is weaker than the fire rod. And oh god, it'll be a blessing in disguise to get the fire rod. Alright, now we're in the light up area. This is the area you're going to show up into once you get the Pegasus shoes. And when you get the bombs, that's going to be the Chris Houlihan room. And for those of you who are new to my channel and aren't too familiar of that Chris Houlihan room that I'm referring to, there was a guy who won a contest by the name of Chris Houlihan. His name was mentioned in the Nintendo Power, and there is like a secret room where you would get a absorbent amount of rupees. And they would be like between, I would say, 100 to 200 rupees. Certain Chris Houlihan rooms will have up to will have a minimum of at least 20, if not 30. and a maximum of, if I'm not mistaken, 50. And by the way, that other lever actually drops ropes and rats down from the screen. So we're here in the sanctuary, and I didn't die this time. It was less time because I didn't die, although I took the long way around to get to the palace. Still, quick, easy, and done. Good news is, at least we can get our first full heart. And by the way, full hearts actually happen when you complete dungeons. This is the first and only full heart that you get that's in a treasure chest. The rest of them are heart pieces scattered throughout Hyrule. Let's see, you get a full heart here, full heart in the 3 palaces where you have to find the pendants, and in the 7 palaces where you have to find the crystals. So that's a total of 11 full hearts in general. So you'll basically get 11 full hearts, and you will have to find 8 more, which is 4 heart pieces apiece. So with that said, we will continue to Kakariko Village to find the village elder in part 2. This is RFman985. See you guys next time on Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past DX. Why did they call it DX? That's just so freaking stupid. You just reported the same game.